What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick, and before we get started today, I do want to say that tonight at 7 p.m. we're going to be doing a live stream, kind of like a preview and everything else involving the Chargers and Dolphins game, and we're going to have a special guest that is a Chargers fan, so please come in and clown him. Please. He's going to be talking so much trash. We need the Dolphins fans' support to back us up. But yeah, getting to today, we have depth charts and detached retinas. I'm going to start out with the offense. On Monday, Mike McDaniel said that Mike White is officially our QB2, and it showed on the depth chart release yesterday. So there's that. Skylar's number 3. He probably won't be officially active, but will be dressed with that new quarterback rule that if your first 2 quarterbacks get injured, your third, who doesn't count against your active roster, will be able to come in, but then your first 2 won't be able to play. So it's kind of like an old rule that they just brought back. There's that. So then left guard on Monday, Isaiah Wynn was kind of hinted at he's going to be the starting job, but Mike McDaniel made it pretty clear to reporters and everybody else that it's still an ongoing competition. And I believe he reiterated that when they released the depth chart yesterday, putting Liam Eichenberg as the starting left guard. Now, personally, I do think Isaiah Wynn still ends up starting at left guard. I think this is more of just telling y'all, hey, it's still a competition. It's not over yet. We don't know who's starting. Going down to the receivers. We've all been saying who's going to be the third string receiver. As of right now, it looks like it's Braxton Berrios. The receiving depth chart goes Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Then behind Tyreek Hill is Braxton Berrios. Behind Jalen Waddle is actually River Craycraft, which I thought was interesting because I know he's good at blocking and know he's good at special teams, but to have him over Eric Ezukama, who's had a very good camp and a very good preseason, to have him over that tells me that maybe Eric Ezukama had a little bit of a step back, or maybe Craycraft had that much of a leap. Obviously, he showed this coaching staff something to be able to have that spot. I thought he was more of the 6. He jumped all the way to 4 over Eazy-E and over Cedric Wilson. To the defense. So we've had an ongoing competition for the strong safety role, the role that's opposite of Javon Holland, between Brandon Jones, who's recovering from his ACL surgery from last season. He's been recovering all off season. And Deshaun Elliott, his college teammate, who we just acquired in free agency. And I don't doubt that they're going to be splitting snaps, but right now Brandon Jones is listed as a starter. He hasn't participated in preseason at all. I doubt he gets a full game rep. If he does start, that just tells me that, he is the better safety. Now, I think we all believe he is the better safety over Deshaun Elliott. But this just tells me, hey, he may not be ready just yet, but he's good enough to play 30, 40, 50% of snaps. So if he goes out there as a starter on week 1, that just tells me maybe Deshaun Elliott wasn't as good of a signing as we may have thought. Now, he did have a lot of good stuff in preseason, and I know Vic Fangio likes to run a lot of 3 safety sets, so I don't doubt that they split a lot of time. I don't doubt that they're all out there at the same time between those 3. And that's for the depth charts. Now for the detached retina, this is a little bit of an interesting thing. And I'm trying to get through this fast for you guys. So our quarterback coach, Darrell Bevel, who was highly sought after for offensive coordinator positions this offseason, had a detached retina in training camp. And so he was ordered by his doctors that he has to lay face down for 90% of the time for 7 days. And for those 7 days, there's a picture. You'll see it in the thumbnail. He's laying down with his head off the side of the bed, watching film on a tablet below. And that is just some hardcore dedication. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, that's cheesy. Any coach would do that. That's, the coach's job, blah, 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 blah. I don't think y'all understand how painful it would be to actually watch something after having retina surgery. Now, given I don't know that pain, I don't know it, but to have the passion and just the determination to just sit there and watch hours and hours of film while you're recovering from that kind of surgery is, it's pretty remarkable. And I like it, I get it. Like, a lot of coaches in this league would do that, but maybe some wouldn't. Maybe a lot wouldn't. We don't know. So maybe we don't put too much into it, but let's not come out saying, oh, any coach would do that in the league. Let's say, like, let's give him a little bit credit where credit is due. That is some good determination, some really hardcore determination that he has there. And that's what you like to see, especially if there's someone that chose to come back as a quarterback coach instead of taking a offensive coordinator position this offseason. And with that, Mike McDaniel showed the picture that you see in the thumbnail, that, hey, guys, look at what he's doing for you guys. We need to go and improve on everything he's telling us to improve on, work on whatever he needs, and let's get this done as a team for each other. And I thought that was a pretty good message. I liked the kind of like the motivation that Mike McDaniel is giving off. Like, yeah, it's not like a rah-rah guy, but he knows where to touch certain buttons on players, and I really like that about him. With that being said, Darrell Bevell will be flying to LA to take on the Chargers with the Dolphins. He got cleared by his doctors, so luckily he will be there. And, our nice little voice in the ear of Mr. Tua Tagovailoa is going to be there on Sunday, and I can't wait. Remember, guys, make sure you guys tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Make sure y'all come and clown our boy who's a Chargers fan. We would love to see it. Dolphins are going to win by like 80, but we'll get into that in the live stream tonight. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.